I'm David Crossett, founder of RV Masters, and this video that you're about to watch comes from the RV Masters Buyer's Track, which is a video series dedicated to just helping people find the right RV and then save as much money as they can when they buy it. I hope you enjoy it. Now this next point is a point that I'm particularly passionate about. It's the one that I wish I could yell from the housetops without sounding like a jerk or making people feel bad. But I couldn't bring it up right away because I needed to make sure that we were on the same page. Are you ready for it? Here it is. You don't know what you don't know. None of us want to feel stupid or feel like we made a purchasing mistake or that we got taken advantage of. To deal with that, some of us just don't move forward. Some of you will research forever. Some just eat the loss and they try to bury it in ego saying, well, I can afford that mistake, or well, I wanted it anyway. Even others will play the victim and they'll blame whoever or whatever they can. The point is, it's hard for us to admit that we don't know. We just don't like saying that, right, guys? In most mature industries, they have solved their consumer education problems. You need a license to drive a car. In many places, you need some form of certificate to operate a boat, a pilot's license to fly a plane, an endorsement to ride a motorcycle, even training to jump out of an airplane with a parachute. But there isn't much of a training industry in the RV industry, and that hurts you, the consumer. Let's look at why this may be. An RV is a big purchase. It's often impulsive and poorly researched. As consumers, we have to overcome our fear that we're making a bad decision. So we're often told it's just like a house. It's easy to figure out. We'll show you what you need to know, or any other comforting phrase. So think about it. The authority in the industry, the salesperson and the dealership, is telling you that it's easy and that you're ready to go. And you don't want to feel stupid, so you say to yourself, I got this. So why would you pursue training? And specifically, why would you pay for it? The experts are telling you it's not a problem. Then you start to learn the hard and expensive way, and you only need 10 minutes on YouTube or around a campfire to validate what I'm telling you. But you still don't pursue training because your ego is telling you, but the dealer said that it's easy, I can do this. So back to my point, you don't know what you don't know, and only the ones willing to learn will save themselves a tremendous amount of money by listening to others that have walked that trail first. And I applaud you for taking the first step. You're here now, so you decided it's worth learning to avoid the costs. I encourage you to maintain that attitude and willingness to learn. You will have a better time, spend less money, and have the fun you're trying to invest in. The next reason it's so easy to lose at the RV buying game is valuation of the product. Most of us know what MSRP means, the manufacturer suggested retail price. Now this does have a legal definition, but it is commonly understood to be a number used to benchmark negotiations and not really the price that you would expect to pay for an item. As I wrote this video, I went to the NADA website and I looked up a random RV, just a 2018 24-foot motorhome from a popular brand. This is a brand new unit as of the time I recorded this. The MSRP is $96,000. The average retail price is $77,000. Well, how can that be? When exactly did that depreciation happen from the MSRP to the average retail in the same year of the build? It's still brand new. There's no 2019s out there. So here's the truth. The RV was only worth about $77,000 in the first place. And here's the kicker. If you buy it for $77,000, you still overpaid for it. So if you'd like to test that theory, pick an RV and simply walk into a bank and ask them if they would finance the MSRP value for that unit. They'll actually tell you what they're willing to finance versus not. Make sure you get to the video on financing and you'll learn a little bit more about this. Now these RVs are marketed as discounted from the MSRP. Now I know other industries do that, but those industries more often than not are more mature and the consumer information is easier to get to, so prices stabilize. So the idea is for you to feel like you're a winner even without having to negotiate. You'll be told, you got $20,000 off this new motorhome. Feels good, right? After I bought my RV, a friend told me, if you don't get at least 25 to 30% off MSRP, you didn't just pay too much, you paid way too much. And he was a factory rep. So let's see, my coach listed for $208,000. I got a great deal at $149,000. And insiders told me, a manufacturer's rep actually, told me that I paid $10,000 more than I should have. I know there's videos out there claiming to debunk the myth of you should always get 25% off MSRP, but that rule does hold up more times than it doesn't. But I'm teaching you how to get even better than that, so let's keep learning. Let's talk about NADA for a minute. If you don't know what that is, it's a company that publishes values for cars, trucks, motorcycles, RVs, and boats. And pretty much everybody in the country uses it. It's the one thing that we can all point to and say what something is worth. It's at NADA.com. When it comes to RVs, there's something you need to know about how NADA handles it. Most of the values that you see already include the many features and accessories that are on the unit. You'll see this somewhere on the page with little stars or small writing, and it'll call out the packages that are included. Maybe an Arctic package, a stainless package, a premium package, whatever. What's tricky about that is that the website will still let you add features to it one by one. This, of course, increases the value that the website shows for the unit. So think about this. Depending on who you are and your motive, you can bump the value if you need to by double counting features. Or you can use the lower base price if you need to, explaining that NADA already takes that into account and all those features that you thought were worth so much money, they're already included. Sorry, we can't pay you for it. More on this when we talk about trades. So now that you know this, can you see how this ambiguity gives the dealer a major negotiating advantage? You don't have the tools you need to negotiate a good deal. And let's face it, most of us suck at negotiating. We just don't want the conflict. But without the facts, the numbers, and the valuation, it's left between you and the salesperson to come up with a number. And more times than not, you're going to lose that battle and not even know it. Just like my great deal at $149,000, right? Now remember, that video that you just watched came from the RV Masters Buyer's Track series, what you need to know about buying an RV. That information is going to help you pick the right RV and save thousands and thousands when you actually buy it. Check that out at rvmasters.com.